Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Susie Say That. Today's topic is look at your own life. Let's sit in that for a moment. Look at your own life. Anything other than looking at your own life is a distraction to keep you from looking at your own life. Look at your stuff. The stuff that you unpack daily, the stuff that you pack up daily in your life, things that don't belong in your life. What is going on in your own life? Do you know how often I ask myself this? Especially when it comes to other people's concerns and what other people say and what other people think. I always say, look at your own life. Look at what you got going on right now. That's how I inventory my own life. That's how I inventory my spiritual life, my physical life, my mental life. I inventory by looking at my own life. What can I change? What can I pray about? What can I maintain? Whatever it is, I look at my own life. Many years ago, I wrote a book, and it's called Haters Are Your Best Friends. This I will tell you. I wrote this book, and I'm not talking about just many years. It's been over 10 years ago. And this book is done. It's been done. But I didn't understand how important this book was for my own life. Someone said to me many years ago, hey, you should write a book about haters. And I was like, oh, that's a good topic. But what I didn't realize, because I wasn't looking at my own life, is that the hate that was in me about me, I didn't look at that. I didn't look at I just was thinking, oh, yes, a bunch of haters out here, so let me just go ahead and write about them. But I never did take that and say, let me look at my own life and see, is there any hate in me? And I'm telling you now, I had a lot of hate against myself for many years. And then I understood why God would have me write such a work. And when it comes out, it's gonna just resonate within you. And you're gonna say, yeah, haters are my best friends. Because those haters within me and outside of me has caused me to be someone that I never thought that I could be. This is what this book is gonna do for you. And I'm not here right now to promote the book. I'm here to promote the fact that we all need to look at ourselves first. Just look at yourself. Don't look around you. They're distractions. Anytime you're looking at what someone else is doing, what someone else is saying, and you apply it to your own life, it's a distraction because you have your own life. No one can live this life like you can. It is your life. And you should live it like you can. Purposeful. What is God telling you about your life? I'm not talking about the world right now because the world does what it wants to do. Remember, I used to be a part of the world, so I know exactly what the world does. It does what it wants to do. It has no boundaries. It has no reflection time. It just goes and just does. And I used to be part of that. But I'm talking about those of us that have learned the art of living here for some time now. And we're still doing things that we know we shouldn't do. We're still having conversations we know we shouldn't. Look at your own life. So many of us are worried about other people's lives. Unbelievable sometimes. You're so worried about what she doing, what he doing, what they doing, how they're doing. And I get it because I used to live that life. And my life was full of distractions. And the reason is because I did not look at my own life. Because if I looked at my own life, I would have known that looking at other people's life is a distraction. It's keeping me from honoring my own life. Think about that for a moment. You're so busy looking at everyone's life that you're dishonoring your own life because you're not looking at yourself. The good, the bad, the in-between. And it could be just rough looking at your own life. Saying, hey, I need to admit some things to myself. And I need to give over some things to my God. And I need to turn away from some things. But I need to start with myself. You could be so addicted to other people's lives. Their stories on Facebook, on Instagram, on all these other social sites. And you could be so consumed with other people's lives that you think you know those people. You got an opinion, a judgment to say everything about these people as if you know them, as if they come in your door every day and leave out and to tell you their own life stories. We get right on the social media site and we sum them up. But we don't take and look at our own lives and say, hey, guess what? What if that was me? What if that was my life? Where would I be at? Would I make those same choices? It's their life. It's their life. But you're so busy looking at them that you can't even honor your own life. You have a life to honor. You're here. God has allowed you to have another day. What about honoring yourself? Instead of dishonoring other people, places, and things. Look at your own life. Sum up your own life. I'm telling you, I do it often. I do it often. And there's times I tell my own self to shut up. It's none of your business. I say things like that to myself. I sure do. And I talk to God out loud. Hallelujah, that I can talk to him out loud and tell him about, some of this craziness, even the thoughts that I have and all these other things. Because I look at my own life. And it doesn't mean that I'm bigger and I'm better than you. It's just that I've chosen to honor me. How do I honor myself? I look at my life. Spiritually, physically, and mentally. I look at my life and I take inventory daily. What I say, what I do. I monitor myself throughout the day. And there's times I just can't even say anything. And I don't think, maybe I did mention this on another video, how I walked in and 3 people were talking about me. Talking about me. The old me that did not honor herself, would have snapped. I would have said something. I would say, oh, so you're talking about me. I heard you. No. I looked at those 3 people and I smiled. There was no reason for me to get out of my box because see what they were doing? They were dishonoring their own life by looking at my life. They worried about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, my goal, where I go, when I come in. They're worried about my life. And they should be worried about their own life. They dishonor their own life because they're so focused on what Susie is doing. You see how that goes? And I wasn't upset at them. I smile at them now when I see them and keep on going. But they know I know because I heard it. And it's okay because I look at my own life. I didn't get upset or angry and, they're talking about me, they this and that. I mentioned it to my daughter and a few other people, but it didn't bother me because I understand my own life has its own purpose, has its own lane, has its own reason. I don't need to go and have distractions. That was a distraction. That was a distraction for my day, to dishonor my day. That's what that was. And they were being used. Because I believe we have a real enemy, demons, imps, whatever you want to call them, that shoot out there and try to dishonor your day, try to be a distraction so you won't be focused. I believe that. But what about your life? And I tell myself that. I smiled, just as radiant as the sun, and walked away. I didn't feel any kind of way. It is what it is. They have a right to say whatever they want to say because I know what that is. So if you know what it is, and I know what it is because I look at my own life. That's why I know what it is. I wouldn't know what it was if I did not look at my own life and understand those are distractions so that I can just go in the pit right with them. No. We don't go in the pit once we came out the pit. So I don't go in the pit no more. I don't belong there. I have a chapter in my book called Crabs in the Bucket. I don't belong with the crabs. And I know I don't belong. And when I was a crab, I was a crab because I was in the bucket with the crabs. So there's no judgment because I was already there. But I no longer go there because I know what that is. And I know how I felt when I was there. So look at your own life. What can you do today that's different than yesterday to honor yourself by looking at your own life? When you look at your life, the good, the bad, all this other stuff, you understand that I honor myself because I don't do those things. I honor myself because I don't give in to the distractions. That's when you honor yourself. Look at your own life so you can honor yourself. What's a dishonor to you? What is a dishonor to you? Do you dishonor yourself by being messy, keeping up stuff and gossiping at the job and all this other kind of, all these other distractions? They're nothing but distractions to keep you from looking at you. Because once you see that all that gossip, all that anger and all these other things are distractions, so you won't honor yourself, you'll look at them totally different. You will look, I guarantee you will. And I know because I've been there. Or I picked up many of distractions along the way. But I refuse to do it today. Today. And when tomorrow comes, if it shall come into my presence, I'll pray and ask God to not let me dishonor myself by being a busybody all over the place. When I'm a busybody, I'm helping people. When I have nothing to do at my job, I go help someone. I go help the things that brings joy to me. That's what I do. I'm not a busybody. I'm around gossiping and somebody say something. We may touch bases on something that happens if it's concerning a child, but there's no busyness in that. Okay? So look at your own life today. As you go about your weekend, stop for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out, and ask yourself, can I honor myself by looking at my own life? And can I no longer allow people, places, or things to dishonor me and be a distraction so I won't honor myself? Okay? Till the next time.